Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Numbers, the 4th chapter. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, after their families, by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old. So go and get a head count of how many males you have of the tribe or of the sons of Kohath within the range of 30 years to 50. All that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. So all those that are eligible to do the work, right, to serve in the tabernacle of the congregation, count how many there are within this age. This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation about the most holy things. So more specifically, these are the things they're going to be in charge of taking care of. And when the camp setteth forward, so when it's time for the camp to pack up and move to another location, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of the testimony with it. So if we go and look for a better image of okay, maybe we'll go back to this one. So basically, in packing up, what Aaron and his sons would first do is they would come in, and the veil that was, before the ark, they would take that down and then cover the ark of the covenant with it. And shall put thereon the covering of badger skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue. So they would cover the ark with the veil, then they would cover that with badger skin, and then they would cover it with a blue cloth. And the badger skin was for to preserve, right? Because you can have inclement weather and so on, but it completely preserves the sacred items that were being covered here. And also the different colors can also help differentiate what is what. And shall put in the staves thereof, right? Because eventually these would be carried. So Aaron and his sons will be the ones to physically handle this, so that when it comes time, it's just prepared, and then the sons of the other whatever house it is the Lord has deemed would come and carry it. And upon the table of shewbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes and the spoons and the bowls and the covers to cover withal, and the continual bread shall be thereon. So they're going to put on the table, they're going to spread this cloth on the table, and they're going to put all the utensils on there and the bread, and they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of badger skins. So after that, they're going to cover it up with a scarlet cloth, and on top of that, they're going to wrap it up with a badger skin, and shall put in the staves thereof. So they cover up that table with the utensils of it, and then wrap it up. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the candlestick of the light, and his lamps, and his tongues, and his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels thereof, wherewith they minister unto it. So all the candlestick, the tools used to put out the fire, all of those things. And they shall put it and all the vessels thereof within a covering of badger skins, and shall put it upon a bar. And a bar is like something that you can carry. Okay, because for this there weren't any rings in the candlestick that you can put staves in to carry, right? So this bar, when you go into that word mawat, it says here a bar for carrying. Okay. All right. So continuing verse 11. And upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with, and that's the altar of incense, and cover it with a covering of badger skins, and shall put the staves thereof. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, And minister just means to serve. And put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of badger skins, and put them on a bar. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon. So for the altar of sacrifice, they're going to clear out the ashes. Then they're going to spread a purple cloth on it, and shall put upon it all the vessels thereof wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar, and they shall spread upon it a covering of badger skins, and put the staves of it. So once they, prepare and wrap everything together, then they insert the staves so that it can be carried. And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it. See, so Aaron and his sons will go and prepare everything. That way the sons of Kohath can come in and then they can carry it wherever it needs to go. But they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. And that's why it's wrapped up, and the staves are put through the ones that can be carried by the staves. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the congregation. So the sons of Kohath, right, of the Levites, this would be their charge and what they would be responsible for. And to the office of Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest pertaineth the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily meat offering, which is a flour, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and all that therein is, in the sanctuary and in the vessels thereof. So Eleazar will be in charge of all these things, ensuring that they're there, that there's enough, that is sufficient, and that everything is concerning them is according to, what the Lord wants. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Cut ye not off the tribe of the families of the Kohathites from among the Levites. What that means is the Lord is about to instruct Moses and Aaron specifically on what and how they should do certain things so that they can prevent the tribe or the family of the Kohathites from being destroyed, because the responsibility that they had was a very, special one. And if they weren't careful, they could easily be put to death if they didn't do it correctly. Verse 19, but thus do unto them that they may live and not die when they approach unto the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint them every one to his service and to his burden. So they don't just go in blindly. Aaron and his sons would guide them and tell them, okay, you grab this, grab it this way. Don't touch that. I wrapped it up this way on purpose, right? Okay, so you grab the handles over there. All right, you're responsible of this. Wait, hold on. Where you think you going? Stand back. um, but no, in any case, right, you're gonna appoint them on what they should do, so they know exactly what to do and how to do it, so nobody's messing anything up and then getting themselves put to death. But they shall not go in to see when the holy things are covered, lest they die. So Aaron and his sons, when they're covering everything up, the Kohathites wouldn't be there. It would be just them. And that's why they're required to let them know, okay, this is this. So you handle it that way. Verse 21, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Take also the sum of the sons of Gershon throughout the house of their fathers by their families. From 30 years old and upward until 50 years old shalt thou number them, all that enter in to perform the service, to do the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. So get a head count of the sons of Gershon within the range of 30 years to 50. This is the service of the families of the Gershonites to serve and for burdens. So this is what their responsibility is. And they shall bear the curtains of the tabernacle, and the tabernacle of the congregation, his covering, and the covering of badger skins that is above upon it. So the coverings that are actually used here, right, to cover the tabernacle, they're going to be responsible for that. And the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the hangings of the court, and the hangings of the door of the gate of the court. So all of these, right, all of these hangings here, the hangings there, the hangings at the entrance, they're going to be responsible for taking those down. And by the altar round about, and their cords, and that's the ropes that keep them up, and all the instruments of their service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve. At the appointment of Aaron and his sons shall be all the service of the sons of the Gershonites. So they're going to be instructed and appointed by Aaron and his sons what to do, when to do it, how to do it, in all their burdens and in all their service. And ye shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. Right? And that's what Aaron and his sons would be, uh, they would do. This is the service of the families of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation, and their charge shall be under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. So Eleazar being the head of the Kohathites, if I remember that correctly, Ithamar be in charge of the sons of Gershon, and basically the things that they were responsible to for, they would report to Ithamar. As for the sons of Merari, thou shalt number them after their families by the house of their fathers. From 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, shalt thou number them. Every one that entereth into the service to do the work of the tabernacle of the congregation. So you get a count of them too. And this is the charge of their burden, according to all their service in the tabernacle of the congregation. The boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their courts, or cords, with all their instruments, and with all their service, by name ye shall reckon the instruments of charge of their burden. So they would be in charge of the actual pillars, right? The structures and all of those. They'll be in charge of that. And as it says, by name, right, you shall reckon the instruments. So, such and such is responsible for this. Such and such is responsible for that. Okay. This is the service of the families of the sons of Merari, according to all their service, in the tabernacle of the congregation, under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. So they would also report to him too. And Moses and Aaron and the chief of the congregation numbered the sons of the Kohathites after their families and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that entereth into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. So that was the age group that you had to be in to perform these specific services here. And those that were numbered of them by their families were 2,750. These were they that were numbered of the families of the Kohathites, all that might do service in the tabernacle of the congregation, which Moses and Aaron did number according to the commandment of the Lord Yahweh by the hand of Moses. And those that were numbered of the sons of Gershon throughout their families and by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that entereth into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation, even those that were numbered of them throughout their families by the house of their fathers were 2,630. These are they that were numbered of the families of the sons of Gershon, of all that might do service in the tabernacle of the congregation, whom Moses and Aaron did number according to the commandment of the Lord. And those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, throughout their families, by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that entereth into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the congregation. Even those that were numbered of them, after their families, were 3,200. These be those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, whom Moses and Aaron numbered, according to the word of the Lord Yahweh, by the hand of Moses. All those that were numbered of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron and the chief of Israel numbered, after their families, and the chief being the heads, and after and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that came to do the service of the ministry, and the service of the burden in the tabernacle of the congregation, even those that were numbered of them were 8,504 score. So of all of them here that they numbered to come and to basically serve in this, would be a total of 8,504 score for all the families. According to the commandment of the Lord Yahweh, they were numbered by the hand of Moses, every one according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they numbered of him, as the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses. And that brings us to the end of the book of Numbers, the fourth chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.